Okay guys, so here we go. As promised, we're going to do a bit of a feeding video on my H. Pulchripes here this evening because if you've been following my videos, you know that it molted last week. So it's time to feed it. Now, just a little bit of an update post-molt. Right after it molted, it was out for several days there. You can't really see it at this angle, but it's been quite active and really renovating and reinforcing its tunnels. So it was out for several days there, and then in the last couple of days it was absent down in that hole where you see it now. It's where it's spending most of its time now because its molt and that damn mealworm now has turned into a pupa, as you can see. So it relocated itself to the other side of the enclosure. Anyway, as I was saying, got the enclosure out here, of course, the camera set up over it without the tarantula retreating, and then as soon as I try to move the lid, it goes and sticks its face down there and acts like an ostrich in the sand. But even that small little bit, you can see the beautiful colors on this thing. So I'm going to try something that I've never tried before, because the other day I had this enclosure out and it had the top off of it, and of course as I touched the enclosure it retreated. Well, I turned around to grab a water bottle, and when I turned back around to spritz it, this thing dashed out of its little hide there, out here, just all sprawled out, as wide as it could go, and its legs take up most of this area in here now. So that's why I'm going to rehouse it the next couple of days. So tonight we're just going to give it a light meal. But like I was saying, I'm going to try to tickle it out, because the other day I was watering it and it rushed out of there like, feed me, or something. So, and I was like, whoa, because at first I thought maybe it was just going to go for a run, but it didn't. So I was relieved there. So I'm still kind of learning with the old world. So like I said, I just thought I would try to maybe tickle it out. And then if I can't do that, I'm just going to offer it some food. And like I said, I'm just going to give it a light meal tonight, because I'm going to try to rehouse it tomorrow in a container that will be big enough to keep it for quite a while. And probably only need one other enclosure after this one. Anyhow, it's not reacting. I don't expect much on the other end with feeding here either. This thing has been quite bashful. It's really hard to catch it feeding, although it does eat. It's really hard to catch it feeding, so I'm just going to give it a mealworm and hope for the best. If this doesn't work out, guys, just keep an eye out. I've got some roaches coming in, so I'm going to try offering it roaches, see if we get a better response. Plus, my baby crickets are big enough now that I can feed those out to it. So we'll see what it likes, or prefers to feed on. In the meantime, we'll watch for a second and see if this mealworm can entice it out. Oh, look at those blue colors on those legs. This is why we love this species, folks. Such gorgeous colors on this thing. Yep, of course, it's hungry. And they don't spend much time outside with their food. They tend to dine under the earth most of the time. But look, I don't know that the camera can really do any good on the depth on those colors. With that black on the outside edges of that, it gives depth to that blue. It's not a shiny blue. It's kind of a matte blue, but it's got some depth to it. Anyway, these spiders to me are just beautiful, and I hope that it will stay out a lot more as it gets older, which I'm sure it will. But in the meantime, let's just admire what little beauty we can see out of it. And you can see now why I decided to make this my first old world species. Such a beautiful spider. Too bad we can't get it out and do a happy dance or anything like that. So, I don't anticipate much more action here, besides maybe the spider waiting for the mealworm to struggle a little less, and then it'll probably take it down into its burrow and feed on it. If there are any changes, I will come back and show you a happy dance, or maybe it comes out to feed or whatever. But that's all I've got right now. Like I said, keep an eye out for the rehouse and a different feeding. And there we go. Just like that, the GBL, or the golden blue leg, bows out, and I bow out as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoy these tarantula videos. If you do, like them, drop me a line in the comment, subscribe. Keep an eye out for some more video, guys. Have a great night. God bless.